Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dead Man's Yarn. I don't think I need to introduce our players because we've got a fancy new intro, which you've already complimented on viewers in the chat. But, recap from last week, Kai has started a reign of terror in the elf camp, as she is slowly beating up more and more of the locals. Artemia, played by Kerry, unfortunately, although she is there, she is vacant currently because Kerry will be joining us later on, hopefully. Trill and Cordelia went to retrieve the totem in the underwater passageway. And as they reached it, and as Trill grasped it in his mage hands, they turned and were confronted by a figure. A very large figure. I didn't actually point out how big he was, but hopefully when you see the picture, it'll give you a little bit of context. In the underground passageway, it's about 15 foot across by about 10 foot high. Actually, that's a good question. Trill and Cordelia, do you have dark vision or anything of the like?
Do I?
That's in features and traits, right?
I believe so, yes.
Apparently I do not, which is weird because you would think that a water genasi would be able to deal with darkness underwater.
Maybe. So I've just realised, trying to figure out how this works now, because obviously if you guys didn't have dark vision, you were swimming in the dark in that cave because there is no sunlight there.
But
We'll just say that there's some sort of reflection from the sun into the cave, so there is a bit of light in there, so you can make things out at least. And I said when you look back, you saw the outline of this creature. So, pushing forward a little bit, you are in this cave, you've turned to see this creature, you've had to duck underneath the hull of the ship to get into this cave. That's what it's been covered up mostly by the hull of the ship, which is half on land and half in the sea. It's kept its upright position because it's currently set on a sandbank, which is keeping it upright, and it's why this cave's been quite hard to find. Although I don't know if... Obviously, I think last week Samson stated that the Queen knew of this cave, and obviously somebody knew about it because they put a net at the other end to stop things getting in. This creature, or whatever it is, begins to pulsate and emanate light like a golden aura around it. Sort of like the flames of a fire flickering into life. You know what, I'm just going to move you onto the map that I think we're going to be on. Well, the page we're going to be on for most of this session. Because you'll get a look at this, the very basic look at this creature. It is a aura, like a pulsating aura, enveloped around a figure, a human-sized figure. So if you think that human-sized figure is about 4.5 foot, 5 foot, something around there, and then this thing is closer to 12 foot, with all of its tails and its long gangly arms. It starts moving towards you as it irradiates into like full force and becomes golden, illuminating everything around you. One of its claws on its gangly arms reaches up, and you see it dig into the hull of the ship. And with one wretched movement, it pushes itself forward into the cave as the ship is jerked backwards and dislodges, and it slowly slides into and over the cave entrance. Kai and Artemia, you're alerted to this as you turn and see this ship just retch backwards into the water, and there's the sounds of splashing water and the groan of wood as this ship comes to rest over the mouth of the cave. You are trapped in this cave now with this creature. Well, at this end.
that was one of my questions I was going to ask, was how long is the tunnel and how big is the tunnel? Because we're in a cave section.
So,
is the size different? in the tunnel, and how far?
It is at most 15 foot across, and at most 10 feet high or deep. So you have enough space to freely move around and stand upright. This thing is hunched itself over to get into this cave.
Okay, and then for the tunnel, how long is the tunnel to get to the ocean side where the net was?
You've been to the Lorend, haven't you, in the last session?
Yes. Yeah, because we found the net.
I'm going to say that the cave that you can see, like the map that you can see, is accurate.
Okay. I need to measure things.
While
God.
While you do that, it comes to rest. It's not making any hostile movements towards you. Although its gangly arms are currently like... Each claw is like on either side of the wall, sort of like holding it in place. And in your head, you hear words echo around. Fancy meeting you two down here.
Okay. Everything's changed.
I'm going to send you a meme later, which I've had
Oh, boy.
planned. I have had planned since you guys run about planning.
Well, you leave us
We
off
made
with
several
that
plans.
cliffhanger. We made several plans. They're all out the window.
What did
Well,
you expect
most
it
of
just to launch at itself at you?
we didn't know what it was gonna do. We were
Yeah.
planning on other shit.
Okay.
The closing of like the ship closing off one entrance is kind of what threw everything out the window.
Yep, which has been planned since last week.
Right, so he said
Okay.
something to us. So I had when we finished, I said I've got a plan when looking at Cordelia. I don't know whether I'd have changed it.
I think we.
So I
just
don't
go
know whether
with
to
it.
do the thing I said, and then we'll maybe talk while we do it.
Well,
I think
Okay.
that might be a good thing. I think that might be a good idea. Whatever you had planned, Cordelia is just like, what? I'm going to let Trill do the thing because Cordelia does not know what the heck is going on or what this thing is.
Okay. So after all that happens, basically I just looked at Cordelia and said, I've got a plan. Just go with it. And I cast invisibility on both of us.
Okay. Cordelia has never been invisible before and is almost as freaked out by that as she is by the thing that just came into the cave.
That's one of my 2 spell slots gone. Okay.
out of interest, can you invisibility? You have to touch what you turn invisible, correct?
Yes.
I mean, we were swimming right next to each other, so maybe we were.
So if
closer,
I need
like,
to move
this.
to her, I'll move to her towards it. Yeah.
That's fair enough. But the main question that I have for you is your mage hand is touching the totem, so that is not invisible currently.
Yes, that's fine.
Again, you hear the voice in your head, and like, well, how very rude of you, but I'm not here for you. And it starts moving
Call it a
towards.
precautionary measure.
It starts moving down the corridor, well, down the tunnel towards you and towards the totem.
Okay. We have all our stuff on us, right?
Correct, unless you like left it on the shoreline.
Okay. So we would have like a little sack and stuff, because we've got like a little empty sack.
I believe one of you got that from Sandballot. I can't remember who got it though.
I don't know if we ever actually specified who took that.
Actually, wasn't it Trill? Because you snatched it off him.
Yes, because I was going to go on my own and then Cordelia ran after me, so I'm presuming I would have took the bag.
Well, I just remember you snatching it off him at that time. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember you saying you dropped it, so I'm just assuming that you kept hold of it. Quickly cutting to Kai and the comatose Artemia. Obviously, you've seen this happen. What would you like to do on the surface?
So the ship is like drop, like we.
It
So I drop.
it made a sudden movement back into the bay and is sort of like tilted on its side. So you know something's happened to the ship, which was covering the entrance.
And that's where they were. So I guess we'll start. I guess we'll start heading over.
Just fireman carry Artemia.
Yeah. I'm on 6 health though, so I am not feeling good.
So as you set off, Samson stops you and hands you a vial of liquid and goes, "This may help you to recover some of your stamina." I don't know what's happening with this accent now. Oh damn it! It's another blooming Andreas. So he's just handed you a greater healing potion.
Oh, bless.
Sweet cat man.
Elf cat man. How does that work? Yes, it is. No, I won't think about that till I have. So we'll quickly cover Kai and Artemia heads. You jump into the water, and you realise that you cannot get into the cave because this ship is covering it. But you do know that there is an entrance at the other end.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as we know there's no cave entrance here, we're gonna book it across the island to the other end and see if we can find the entrance that way.
Okay, so that's what you guys are going to be doing for the foreseeable future. Back to Trill and Cordelia, stuck in this cave with this creature. It's going to draw closer and closer to the totem. Trill and Cordelia, roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
So that's a 21 for you, Cordelia.
And 16 for me.
Okay. So you notice a couple of things, obviously, by this creature. Its form is similar to a lava lamp, essentially. It pulsates upwards, it forms into like strands and then bubbles off, but then this aura that separates from the body quickly dissipates off. There is a humanoid shape at its core, but this aura is covering it completely. Cordelia, it locks eyes with you, and you notice it does the same with Trill.
Wait, so it locks eyes with me and then it locks eyes with Trill?
To simplify it, it knows you're still there. The invisibility is doing nothing for you.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, that was fun.
It slowly reaches out for the totem.
Cordelia is going to. I need to find my spells. Okay. Seeing as it can see us, Cordelia is going to light up in starry form and go archer.
Okay.
Before she does that, or before she actually uses the archer spell, she is going to use Thorn Whip on the totem to try and. Wait, is it like right next to me?
It's within 5
Like
foot
the
of you
totem
currently. No, yeah, the totem's within 5 foot of you. It is still in mage hand. Trill still has it in mage hand.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to. Oh crap! It might be better if Trill has it because Trill has a faster swim speed. But I've already said I'm going to do something with it. So I'm going to grab the totem, and as I start trying to swim down the tunnel, I'm going to send a. I'm assuming that would be my action to grab it.
Yeah. Well, isn't casting the spell an action, or is it a bonus action?
Lighting up starry form is just a bonus action, and since I have Archer lit up, it activates on the light up to deal the damage. But I'm assuming I can just hold that until after I do my other shit because it's still just part of the bonus action.
As the thought crosses your mind to do all this, the voice echo rounds in your head with a slight snarl at the beginning and the end. Let's not be hasty. I'm not here for you. I'm here.
Are we doing things like initiative-wise, or can anyone jump in at any time?
At any time, I haven't.
Okay.
Combat has not begun as of yet.
I just didn't want to jump in and interrupt Cordelia's business. I was just going to
Cordelia
answer
does
him.
not like the look of this thing, that's for sure. She is still gonna do the lighting up as starry form, maybe not do the attack yet, just because I'm assuming that while there's some light coming off of this thing, since he pulled the ship over, there's no more sunlight, so lighting up gives her light.
I'll also say that this thing is emanating a glow from it as well, so both of you are emanating the entire passage currently. To about 40 feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Where's the...
But what I will say is, I will say that because you are prepared, I'm going to say that you have an attack prepared. So let's say if this thing does attack you, you will get to respond.
Okay.
That sound fair?
So, sounds fair. Is it possible for me to, like... I don't know how big this thing's reach is, but I don't like being this close to it. Cordelia is going to move here and see if it attacks.
It currently has its hand outstretched to, well, talon or whatever you want to call it, outstretched to grab the totem, but as you move, it pulls its claw back to let you get past.
Okay.
And then proceeds to go out to reach for the totem again.
This is stressful, though. Yo.
Would you like to do anything, Trill?
All right. Well, Cordelia's swimming around and going, saying, and whatnot. I'm just going to talk to it to distract it, I guess. What exactly do you want with this thing? Do we know you?
Not personally, no. But this thing sings to me. And although I've tried to ignore it, after yesterday's events, it seems that it doesn't only call to me. So I'd be very obliged if you would hand it over.
I suppose you'd be affronted if I smashed it to pieces.
You sort of see like it jolts a little bit in its like movement of its hand and then it like withdraws and crosses its arms. Be my guest.
Oh. So you don't mind if we get rid of this thing?
I prefer if you did it before me, if that's quite all right.
Who are you?
Why, my name is Kitsune.
We had heard that name before, right? With Samson?
Yep. Could you both do me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh boy.
You're fine, Cordelia. Trill, however, is not.
7!
Oh boy.
At the mention of his name, you feel a shiver up your spine. you are currently suffering a level of stress, which means you reduce your saving throws and your attack rolls by 1.
Okie dokie.
Do you know the locals? They mentioned your name, but we didn't get any information. Cordelia is going to like reach out towards the totem and like
You notice its eyes narrow a little bit as you do, and he's like, "Yes, me and the locals aren't exactly on speaking terms."
why is that? Is she able to like that wasn't what I wanted to do. Good. Is she able to like pull it a little bit closer to her? Like just touch it, see what happens?
Right. So you're
Wow,
actually
it's like on top of me.
yeah, so you're actually wanting to touch the totem. He's not going to like react to you touching it, but I would like you to do me another wisdom saving throw again, please.
Oh boy. 18?
So you touch it, but you instantly recoil from touching it because you feel like a vision in your head, like a surge of information and just ill will. Like it's
From the totem?
from the totems. It's like for a split second you hear 1,000 people screaming at once.
Ooh. Okay, I don't like that. I'm going to recoil from it, and then, well, if you're okay with us destroying it, I'm going to attack with just the starry form for now.
Would you like him to answer your question as well? Why the locals don't like him?
Yes, please. Can he do that while I try and hit it?
Yeah, go for it. We'll resolve the attack roll for you. Oh
I don't think that hits.
no, it doesn't. You fire off, and because Trill's directly opposite, it like whizzes past his ear into the wall.
Sorry.
Hey, it's all right. We're invisible. We don't know.
I don't think I am anymore because I think I attacked. So
Yeah,
I
yours
am
is
now
gone now.
visible.
To be fair, he could see you anyway. So, well,
True.
I'll explain later.
Everything can see through
Yeah.
Trill's invisibility.
I will tell you how we can see you later on. But the locals and I, and you fire the shot off, and like, I hope that wasn't aimed for me. But anyway, the locals and I had a disagreeing a long time ago. They stripped me of my flesh and buried me at sea. So, the ill will runs a little deep, if you know what I mean.
Well, the locals wanted us to destroy this thing too, so maybe you're all on the same side now. Can I? I'm gonna move here, knowing now that Trill is in that area, and I'll try and attack it like in a diagonal so that it's like going at it from like as if it was here, but like as in that trajectory, so that I'm not hitting anybody.
Yeah, so he's not in the crossfire. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack it with a guiding bolt.
Does that take up a spell slot, or is it just a cantrip?
I have 3 free uses of guiding bolt because of my druid circle.
Okay.
So I will use one of those 3 free uses and try and hit the thing. Where is my thing? Hey.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Sweet. Hey. 16 radiant damage.
So it explodes into 100 pieces. Some of it drops to the floor, and some of it rises to the surface. But there is sudden burst of blackness, like octopus ink, in the immediate area. And you see that this thing sort of like rear up, and although it doesn't necessarily have a mouth, you feel like it's baring its teeth right now.
Oh, you seem a bit angry. I thought you didn't mind.
I don't mind, but that filth. It's enough to get anybody's hair standing up.
Do you mean the black stuff that's coming out of it, which is weird? I agree. Or do you mean the really bright stuff that my friend just fired?
I'm not really too fussed about your friend's magic. I refer to the blood.
Oh, it's blood. Wonderful.
So I'm just gonna get rid of that because it's now destroyed. But yeah, you've destroyed the totem.
Ooh.
But there is this. It's slowly dissipating into the water. But yeah, it was a pool of blood of some sort.
I guess I'll let my invisibility drop since it's just been looking at me the whole time.
I see manners have got the better of you.
Well, you cut quite the form. You might have took me by surprise. I tend to do that when I'm surprised.
Well,
You also tried to seemingly close us in here, and I gestured behind him towards the ship that is now blocking the entrance.
it slowly turns its head towards you, Cordelia, and that wasn't for you. It slowly extends one of its gangly arms out, and you see one of its ethereal claws point down the corridor. Seems that the real makers of that totem have arrived.
Turn around and look.
There are a few firms slowly making their way down the cave.
Oh boy.
So
There goes the other part of the plan.
these things are like wearing like heavy what they're called, like cloaks with hoods on, but they're discarding them to move more freely in the water. They're a very ghoulish appearance, and I have got a picture ready for you, if you guys can see that. Or is that? Oh no, it's on the. I'm on the wrong layer. You should be able to see it now.
There it is. Oh, it looks like Morbius.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those are lovely looking.
There are four of them slowly. They're clawing their way down the sides of the cave, sort of like scuttling on the surface and heading towards you at some speed. So now you can roll initiative.
Okay.
Ah! Well, at least we didn't fight this thing.
And if you're eagle-eyed, you can see that I've already got them ready to go. Although I do need to mark them up.
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot to click my token. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll sort that out in a second. I'll just get these guys labelled up correctly. Kai, Tyne, I do apologise. You will be joining this at some point.
Oh, it's okay.
What did you get, Trill?
A6.
So I was getting this set up earlier, and Kitsune rolled a natural 1. I'm like, oh no, I need him to be a bit better than that, so I rolled again, and it came out a natural 1 again. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you've already gone Starry Farm, haven't you, Cordelia?
Yup. Yes, I have.
Damn, that sort of ruined something I was going to do as well. Alright, no, I think I know how to fix that. So Kitsune moves to try and get in front of you two. I guess, are you guys going to move out of the way for him?
Yup.
I'm not doing anything to annoy this thing.
So you are moving out of the way for him, or?
Yes, I'm moving, yes.
So he
Give
gets
him all the space
yeah.
that he needs.
He gets past you, Trill, and he like extends his claws out a bit. He's like, they will not be able to stand against us, filthy half-breeds. And with that, actually, he looks towards you, Cordelia, before the fighting really gets going, and he looks at your glowing form, and he sort of levels himself down a little bit towards you, so he can like speak directly to you. And, like, I have an idea if you're willing.
Sure?
He slowly extends out to like touch your shoulder.
Oh boy. She'll like grimace, but let him.
So he like places his hand on your shoulder, and as he does, the light emanating from you bursts out even brighter, illuminating the entire cave.
Oh.
The creatures at the far end recoil a little bit and sit there in a stupor, because essentially you just shone with the light of a sun for a split second. So you know that power I was telling you that you were going to get?
Oh, yes?
You now have it, but obviously
blinding thing?
that blinding thing. So when you go starry form, every enemy within 30 feet of you will have to do a test or become blinded.
Okay, and we said that was going to be
All right.
against my spell save DC, right? Which is not super high.
But it's something.
It is a 15 for my spell save DC.
That's actually pretty good, that. But for now, these guys are a little bit hesitant because they're not particularly fond of sunlight. So, guy number 1, Vamp Red, will do a test to see if he even comes anywhere near you guys. I had your stats ready. Where are you? Okay, so no, he fails. So he's literally going to just stick to the wall of the cave and do nothing. That one as well is not going to do anything. So Cordelia, it is your go.
Hey, well, having burst out bright light, Cordelia's gonna go, "Ooh, that was bright," and just send another starry form attack straight down the tunnel to, I guess, the one that's closest, yellow.
Okay.
Starry form attack. 22?
Oh, that's a hit.
Sweet. 5 radiant damage.
So 5 damage. Okay.
And then, let me take a look at what spells I had prepared today. I did not have many combat spells prepared today. But I always have Guiding Bolt, so I'm going to use another free use of Guiding Bolt and try and hit yellow again.
Cool.
With just a level 1 Guiding Bolt. Well, I don't think that heals.
Yeah, that is unfortunately a miss.
Okay, well, with that, I'm going to back up a little bit. Just to, like, hear.
Okey-doke. While you do that, Blue will go, and he will also be shit scared of your sunlight powers. Trill, your go.
Ooh, okay. So, I only have one option. I will move to the side so I don't hit Kit. I'll get there, and I will also blast yellow with a couple of blasts of Eldritch Energy.
Cool. I'm just going to quickly read up on a spell.
And I missed
That is unfortunately a miss, yeah.
with a 9. But I get 2 blasts, so the second one's coming. Hey, that's a 22.
That is a hit. Why you no load the spell? Load the spell.
Or 9 damage to Yellow Boy.
Okey-doke.
Hey, Dan, I have a quick question.
Go for it.
I never used my point of inspiration. Did that roll over, or did it go away since I didn't use it in that session?
Oh, I do apologise. I was going to say this from last session. Everybody that does not have a point of inspiration have a point of inspiration. Unfortunately, you can only have
sweet.
one, but they do stay for until you use them.
Sweet. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I've got one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do apologise. I forgot to mention that at the beginning.
That's all good. And I could do a bonus action. Hold on. Those exist. I always forget. You know what? Let's bring them out. Let's put Terry down right in front of them.
It's a shame that it doesn't do what you call it, reaction attacks.
I know. But maybe you'll just get in the way. I can do it within 60 feet of me.
There we are. Everybody's favourite. So there.
Yeah, it was just in range, 60 feet.
Yeah, cool.
Was out. Nice. And that's it.
Doesn't it get to do a bonus attack when it turns up?
Oh. Yes, it does. It can attack as soon as it shows up. My bad.
No, that's alright.
A 12.
Unfortunately, that does miss. Could you do me a favour as well while I
sorry.
resolve Kitsune? Could you let me know if that counts as a magical
Yeah.
attack? I would assume it does, because
It does cold damage,
Okay, I'm going to say it's magic then.
so I presume it's magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kitsune is going to go. He's just going to power itself down the shaft of this cave, and as it goes, I don't know what to use. I've got the oh.
When it's going down the tunnel, do his little tendrils spin like a propeller?
I'm thinking more like an octopus, so it's sort of like the tail. Well, actually, no, they're more tails
That's
than anything else. But I was thinking more like
Yeah,
pushing himself along with them. But
that sounds cooler than my idea.
I have a shenanigan idea because I've only just realised that has this spell. Yeah.
Shenanigans aren't usually in favour.
So for a moment, it does. Well, from your perspective, you can't say this, but it opens a maw on its mouth, on its face, and from out of it shoots a massive fireball.
Oh,
Yeah, it knows the spell fireball.
nice.
So he's going to target here. Let's have a look. Bright streak flash point. Each creature within a 20-foot radius sphere center point must take a dexterity saving throw, or takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. They are underwater, so they are actually going to take half damage regardless, but it's still damage. So, yellow fails.
Hey, if you have the opportunity to use it, you're going to use it.
Oh yeah. Blue fails. Green fails. Red adds fails. They all fail. So they're taking full damage, but then it's being halved because they're underwater. So it is 8d6. Blooming hell. So 5, and then oh no, that's d8. Sorry, my bad. So they take a total of 34, which is half down to 16, 17 damage.
Yeah, 17.
Okay. Some quick math. 20, 36. But that's Kitsune done. So Vamp Green. Unfortunately, these guys have shenanigans. Let's see if he's still scared of Cordelia. Yep, he's still scared of Cordelia.
This is great.
Red. I'm going to say they only get the one turn of trying to... Oh, should we keep going with the scared theme?
Up to you.
I mean, it's in our favour, great.
If it's a vampire, maybe, but like maybe not a regular monster would be scared of me. But I mean, I'm lit up like a sun. I don't know. Totally up to you.
So they, out of character, they are vampires, but obviously your characters don't know what vampires are.
We do not. This is true.
I'll reduce the difficulty because it was like 15 for them to get. I'll reduce it down to 12 now. He is still scared of you. Yellow is not scared of you, so Yellow is going to get some courage and head and try and attack Kitsune. So let's have a quick look at. So you get to make. Oh, I thought you guys had multi-attack. Apparently you do not. He'll make an attack against Kitsune. And miss. Cordelia, you'll go.
Yes. Okay. Well, because Kitsune is in the way, I'm assuming I can't really see Yellow right now.
So, from what I remember, allies do not block line of sight.
Sweet. I'm just gonna triple check because of the scale of the map. I am going to attack Yellow with Starry Form attack. Here we go. Oh no.
Is that a nat one, is it?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my point of inspiration?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm gonna do that and hope it's not another natural one. 15?
That's a hit.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna mark it down that I do not have a point of inspiration anymore. So that was 8 radiant damage.
Okie doke. So.
And then I think I just need to double check on the range for guiding bolts.
So,
100.
just to clarify as well, because I've just had a quick look while we've been reading. So, enemies and allies do not block line of sight. However, if there is somebody in your way to a target, they get half cover, which is +2 to their AC. But even with a +2 to their AC, you still hit.
Okay, cool. All right. Guiding bolt has a range of 120 feet, which I think all of these buggers are within.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna. Do I want to hit Yellow again? We've been ganging up on Yellow, but he's right in front of Kitsune. I'm gonna go for green.
Okie doke.
And I'm gonna send a guiding bolt his way and hope it's not another natural one.
That unfortunately
13?
is a miss.
Oh darn. Okay. Well, that's my turn. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Senor Blue, will he shake off the fear? He shall not. Great. Go vampires.
Yay!
Trill, you'll go.
Yay.
Really?
Okay. I'm gonna move up a bit. And I'm going to, because I think Kit has got yellow sorted out. I'm going to go for green for my blasts.
Okie doke. Oh, okay.
A 14?
That is a hit.
Is 4. Yeah.
Against green, yeah.
13 damage. Green.
Yeah, that marks his damage down. I'm having to do it separate because these vampires have a rule that I have to keep track of.
I've got one more blast. Should I just focus on green or maybe give yellow a bit of attention?
Yellow's not looking particularly healthy. Although they are ghoulish underwater vampires, so they're not particularly healthy at the best of times.
I will slide the second blast yellow's way. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's an 11 anyway.
Yeah,
11.
That misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it is Kitsune's time, so Kitsune, time to shine. He does get multi-attack. The angle make 2 claw and 1 bite attack. Oh, okay, so he gets 3 attacks in his activation. So he's going to focus on this vampire. Attack number 1 with a claw. Misses. Attack number 2 with a claw. Hits. And does 8 points of damage. So literally what you see is Kitsune bring one of his gangly clawed arms down and pretty much just shreds this thing in half. And as it does, it starts to float slowly towards the surface and just turn to dust before your very eyes.
Oh. Ooh, I forgot to do Terry's attack as well.
What reach has it got? Oh, you can move it.
10
can't you?
feet reach. Yeah, I can move it as well, but it's got 10 feet reach, so I should be able to hit blue or green still from where he is.
I will let you do that quickly because unfortunately Kitsune can't do anything else other than move to there and go, come at me, bro. Who would you like to hit, green or blue?
I'll go for green.
That hits.
It takes 12 cold damage, and its speed is halved until the next turn.
Nice.
My next turn.
And on that note, it is Green's turn, and is he scared? Very much so. He is very, 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 very scared. On that note, Kai, if you're there. Oh, Tyne, my Tyne.
Sorry, yes, hello.
Hello. Do you want to do your healing potion before you join the fray?
Yeah, I've been hauling ass over the beach, so that is 4d4. 8 plus... That's 12. Sweet, thank you.
Is that all I gave you? That's terrible, that, for a great healing potion.
Yeah, it's alright.
But with that, roll me initiative as you burst in the middle of all these vampires who are currently scared of sunlight, well, of Cordelia's light.
Do I have a token to click? Or...
I will put one on for you now. Give me a second. Would you like to be that side or to the side?
Oh, that side's fine, yeah.
Cool.
Come on. Not bad.
Okay, so don't worry, I won't be too mean and make them all target you because you're right next to them. But to be honest, they don't actually know that you arrived because they're too focused on what's going on in front of them. So you know what? I will let you have a surprise round of combat because you have surprised them from your entrance.
Yeah.
Hey!
Right, so I see all this, and I just go nuts and slice at the first thing I see. No question.
No questions asked.
No question.
You're not.
Oh no.
It's nice.
You do have inspiration if you want to use it.
Screw it, yeah. Oh well, there's that inspiration point. Go. Let's go for that's just that.
Sorry, yeah, no, that misses as well.
Oh no.
You got a second attack, I believe.
Oh yes. Let's try again. Right.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
You die.
Wow.
No.
Just come in here
Like,
like.
didn't you rage? Don't you get your rage magic power thing too?
I did, yeah, it's alright. I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't think Tyne raged there, did you?
Oh, okay.
So top of the round again, Vampire Red. Is he still scared? Because this has been a very one-sided fight so far. Oh my god, he's still scared. Yellow Vampire. He is not scared. Yellow Vampire is
Hey.
dead. Why
Oh,
am I
your
rolling?
vampire's dead.
Yeah. So in the afterlife, he repented and is no longer scared. Kai, it's your go.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah.
I would like to rage.
Okay,
On my list. I'm annoyed. Right. See it. Go. Give me a good one. Ooh, I get my multicolored protective lights. I gain a +1 to my AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Nice.
So, everyone stick close to me if you can, because then you get a +1 to your AC.
The closest party, well, closest friendly is Kitsune here going, yeah.
I'm 45 feet away.
Cordelia
Where's
is
Cordelia?
well out of range. I'm like
Cordelia.
way down the tunnel.
Cordelia's touching the hull of the ship.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Okay, so I am mad. I'm gonna go with my reckless,
Yep.
which is a bit reckless, but there we go. 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
Blue.
Blue, yep, that's a hit.
Yep. So that 11 slashing.
So, 20. Yep.
One more again to blue.
That's a hit.
24 again. There we go. 13.
Ooh.
No.
So, just to point out, Tyne, you know how you go reckless on one of your attacks?
Yes.
You might as well go reckless on both of them, because as soon as you do it once, the enemies have advantage on you.
No, I can only do it once. It's
Really?
my first attack on.
Oh, alright, I thought you could do it on every
I
attack.
did
Andreas!
I thought so. Yeah. No, apparently it's first. So these vampire fish people?
Pretty much, yeah. Vampire fish
Right,
people.
just so I can put it on my list.
Although, actually no, I think you're the one that you have heard tales of vampires, so you might piece it together, but we'll sort that out after the fight.
Yeah.
Cordelia. Activate.
Oh, hello. I think that I am too far away to get any of them with my bonus attack, so I'm going to move my 30 feet. I have to remember what square that was. I think it was this one. I think that was 30 feet.
I think it was that one.
Sweet. Okay. Now let's see if I'm close enough to hit any of them with... Yeah! Alright, I'm going to go after green with Starry Form attack.
Okie doke.
Please.
That is unfortunately a
A
miss.
miss. That's okay. I am aware by now that they do not like the light, so I'm going to send another guiding bolt, and I am now out of my free uses. So this is going into my spell slots now. Oof.
That is a hit.
19?
Yep.
Sweet. And whoever attacks green next will have advantage.
Well, they would if green hadn't just exploded into ash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's my turn.
yeah, he had 7 hit points left, and yeah. Vamp Blue's out. He doesn't want to be here anymore, so he's going to attack Kai. So he gets advantage against you, doesn't he, Kai?
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I was just so happy to be able to turn away from the light.
Uh-oh.
So it'll be bludgeoning, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. That's actually not too bad. So he does his normal damage, and you are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage for the D4 rounds. So how much damage does he do with his claws? So he does 7 damage to you. And for the next 2 turns, you're vulnerable to bludgeoning. He does get to attack. No, you know what? No, he doesn't get to attack again.
Sure.
Well, I don't want to knock you down.
Don't forget, I am a half.
Oh, he doesn't do
Relentless endurance.
he doesn't do 7 damage to you. He does 4 damage to you because you're raging. So he will attack you again with advantage. Well, that's a hit. Yeah. So he does do 7 damage to you this time because it is doubled up. It would be half, but then it's doubled back up because you're weak to it.
Right.
That's Vamp Blue. Trill, you'll go.
That's me. That's my name. Okay. I can just kind of stay where I am and do my business. I don't gotta move anywhere.
Whereas Kitsune is there going, yeah, tentacle. Can I get past? Can I?
Terry, be polite. Let the man pass. I will blast Greenie.
Okie doke. Green's dead.
Red. Then I apologize.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at the
Red.
initiative tracker and like, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. That is a
Natural 20.
Not 20.
Natural 20!
So, your critical hit card, maximum damage.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So 14.
No.
1d10 plus 4.
So he goes up to 26. Okay. Cool.
And blast number 2 with the same guy. For a dirty 20.
That is a hit.
For 12 damage.
And was that against red again, or was that against blue?
Yeah, that was a red.
Red. Okay, so 38. Okay.
And then Terrence will bash blue.
Go for it. This shall be hilarious. Yeah, that's a hit.
For a 14.
That's a hit. I'll let you roll the damage, but I'll just go like that.
Oh.
So Terry has wrapped around and constricted this poor vampire and then crushed him into dust because he had a single hit point left. Kitsune will squeeze past Terry because there's enough space for him on the other side now, and proceed to tear this poor vampire in half. That's a hit. Keep having to switch between things. So bite, doing 17 points of damage. Okay.
Ouch.
Okay, so literally, Kitsune just bit this thing in half, and it is burst into ash, and he spits out like ash into the water. However, that is the end of combat. But now, Kitsune is looming over Kai, who has no idea what's going on, who is also in rage mode.
Yeah, that's a weird moment, isn't it? I feel like Kai would take a swing at him, but he's just seen him defeat an enemy, so...
So this thing looms over and like looks down at you, Kai. I will let you choose what you want to do.
Let the dice decide. Lower than a 10. I'm gonna hit. Oh, it's a 10. Oh, that's higher than. Oh, that's just annoying.
Well, usually it's like 1 to 10 is 1, and then 11 to 20 is the other option.
Cool, I'm gonna take a swing. Because I don't know what's going on. I'm in rage mode.
Oh boy.
You hit it.
uh, 13.
So you do 30 points of damage. So I will mark.
13 points of damage to the cook.
Okay.
So Kitsune reels back a little bit, and even back, all the way back where you are, Cordelia and Trill, you can obviously see what's going on, and you just hear this shrill, sort of high-pitched growl sort of noise as Kitsune sort of like closes into towards Kai.
I just measured it.
For the
They are
fin.
they are exactly 40 feet from me, so I can swim right in between the two of them.
Go
I'm
for
like-
it. Literally, Kitsune is like rearing back with its claws, ready to. I want to say pounce, but it's got no hind legs to lunge forward.
I'll also try and make Terry form like a thumbs up sort of stance in some way, so Kai can see a thumbs up. It's like, it's all right. I think we're all on the same side, at least right now, Kai. It's okay. It's all good. We're all friends fighting on the same side, I think.
And just to cut away very quickly, we've just been joined by Kerry, who has made it back.
Oh,
Hey!
I'm going to throw your token.
I'm late because of free drinks after dinner.
Oh, why did you even come back? Free drinks. I'm saying you should have stayed for free drinks, not that we didn't want you here. So you just missed the end of the combat where, in the tunnel, 4 ghoulish figures appeared, and Kitsune, Cordelia, and Trill were forced to fight against them together. Kai came in at the end, killed one of these ghoulish creatures, or did a lot of damage to one of them, and then took a swing at Kitsune, and you've literally just swam into the cave now. But Trill has attempted to defuse the situation.
I probably do like a weird bird underwater squawk as I see what's going on.
But I'll put it this way, you've just entered the cave and you are like right next to Kitsune, so...
They lied to me. They told me foxes couldn't swim.
Oh, the lies they've told you, little girl. By the way, when he doesn't speak like his mouth moves, he speaks directly into your mind.
Oh.
So, Kitsune, this is Kai and Artemia, our allies, companions. Guys, this is Kitsune. And that's kind of all we know. That's his name. But he helped fight off these ghoul things that are now dust. Or wet dust. Or sludge? How's it working, Morton?
Mud.
Probably more, yeah, gunk. Gunk, we'll call him gunk.
He just gestures at the mess around them. So
You
I
just
think the fight might be over.
You just hear that in your heads again, like, as I mentioned, half-breeds.
Do I recognise him? Like the body inside? Is it Kit from before?
Currently the aura's too strong for you to see anything. You can make out like the silhouette of a person, but you can't like see any features.
Cool.
Kitsune sort of like looks down to the chunk that you just took out of him, Kai, and he's like, "You're lucky that didn't hurt."
I apologise. I didn't know who you were.
And
You're lucky she's tired from fighting 2 locals.
Wait, 2?
What? No? What?
Bolo and Samson.
You fought Samson too?
Yes, look, you guys shouldn't leave us alone. Like, really.
But how long have we even gone?
Like a minute?
It was a quick
Oh
fight.
god.
Two?
Cordelia's gonna pipe in here and just be like, yeah, we shouldn't split up. And she's gonna send a healing word level 1, just a level 1 at Kai.
Well, we thought we were just going to come and get the stick thing. We didn't think it was going to be a whole thing.
I get max healing from a level 1.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
feel a bit better. Look, I get a bit panicky in social situations. People ask me for a fight. I'm not going to turn down a fight. It's not a big deal.
Oh, he asked for it.
Kitsune rings out in your head again, like, I don't remember asking.
Oh,
You got
That's
us there.
That is true. Apologies. But so I'm sorry. You said half breeds.
Yes.
What? What we've encountered some weird stuff lately. This is new, I think. Have we met these sea vampire people before?
Are you asking out of character because you remember you
Yes.
guys? Yeah. No. Literally,
I didn't think so.
you've met an eccentric man with an umbrella, which you do not know is a vampire, but these things, although they share similarities with him, they are not the same thing.
Right. Okie dokie. Yes, because these things are new. We've seen some weird stuff the last few days, but this is a whole different thing.
These abominations call themselves vampires, although they sully the name. Although I believe the ones that dwell at sea refer to themselves as dampier as well.
How do you
Damp.
spell that?
Dampiers, because they're wet.
It's actually a D&D class as well, but dampier is... I'm having to... So it is DHAM PIR.
Damn here. Thank you.
not even.
Although, as I said, they are filthy half-breeds. I knew the true vampires. The ones that bred these creatures to be servants.
You personally knew them?
Yes, child, I did. From an age long past. Just to refresh Trill and Cordelia, because Artemia wasn't here. Well, Kerry wasn't here, and obviously Artemia wasn't here. So, Kitsune has already said that he doesn't particularly like locals, and locals don't particularly like him. The locals, at some point in the past, stripped him of his flesh, as he put it, and buried him at sea.
So are you just a very angry spirit of a powerful man, or are you also a vampire?
A vampire. How very quaint. And as he continues speaking, a rune that you guys are familiar with burns into the creature's forehead, into Kitsune's forehead. Do I still have the... I should do. So it is a symbol that you have seen before.
Circle, circle line?
No. Give me a second.
Hello.
I do still have it. So do you remember this?
Posters that were on the door thing for the tomb.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see the one that is pretty much at 12 o'clock, where it's like the line down and the tail's coming off.
oh.
That appears on his forehead. I believe you've met one of my kin previously. I heard you slayed him.
Yeah, that meeting did not go well, though he was slightly insane and wanting to destroy the world, so forgive us.
Can you blame him? He'd been entombed for thousands of years.
I mean, that's true. It would make anyone cranky.
Should be a bit hot-headed.
Yeah, I get it.
Imagine how I feel.
How did you get out then? How are you here?
Some foolish treasure hunters dredged up my coffin.
Yeah, it seems like uncovering primordial burial sites is becoming quite a hobby between some people.
Well, it's not their problem anymore. They're not exactly what I would call living anymore.
I mean, how long ago was that? What have you been doing since then?
Recovering my strength, building a form that is suitable of my needs. This vessel isn't exactly adequate.
It does cut quite the figure, though. It's very intimidating.
No, not this.
Um,
And he sort of reveals away his aura. And Kai, there is a figure.
Me.
The body inside is Kit that you met previously.
Isn't he like an
Hi.
old man?
He's like a middle-aged man. He's very scrawny, I suppose is the only way to put it. He's not exactly intimidating in physique.
Have I met you? I've met you. You're familiar.
There's no point talking to him, my dear. He's dead.
Did you kill him?
Not necessarily. But he is alive and not alive. If I was to leave his physical form, he would cease to be. But while I'm possessing him, he still has some form of life. Or some semblance of it.
Did you by any chance know his name when he was entirely himself?
Yeah, I do. I can't remember what I called him. Was it Anderson or something?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was Anderson. Oh, well, that kind of does help. We were going to try and find him, but it seems we no longer need to.
We heard that Anderson had something to do with a bloodbath at the inn. Was that you then, or was that him?
It was a 50-50 effort. Unfortunately, that's where his life ended, and I was able to take full control.
Oh,
Um,
that sounds like a fun time.
Kai, I would assume that you're looking closely at Anderson as he's in this aura. Could you roll me a medicine check, please?
Yeah. As well. 17.
He is very pale. His lips are blue, which you know comes from a blood loss.
All his blood looks like drained. How did he die? Mr. Kitsune.
Kitsune. Everybody take me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
Every time he says his name, you're gonna have to do this.
Oh.
This is why I was calling him Kit.
Ah,
So it's not a problem you guys calling him Kitsune. It's him saying it.
then why did you do it?
Because he doesn't know it's having this effect on you. But
Somebody stop this madman!
Cordelia, Artemia, and Trill, you take a level of stress, which means you are minus. Well, Trill, you're now -2, But everybody
Yeah.
else, you're -1 to
Exhaustion.
no stress, not exhaustion.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, whoa.
Essentially, you're -1 to saving throws and to hit rolls. You have to, like, relax to remove this stress.
And we feel like you
Um,
said, I remember you said that like a shiver went up Troll's spine. So did that happen to
All of you, yeah.
us?
So, like,
And you go, "Ugh."
literally, the hair, if you have any hair on your arms, it's or like on your neck, it stands up, and you feel like an icy chill run up your spine.
Can I just reiterate that Artemia is a bird,
Mhm.
so her feathers are gonna be very visibly ruffled,
rigid, I say.
despite being underwater and everything.
I need,
that's a good point.
I need to answer Kai's question, didn't I? Because you asked.
Oh, sorry.
Did you ask how he died?
Yeah, Mr. Kitsune.
And then he corrected you by saying his name fully. Like,
Yep.
A knife wound. One of the ruffians in the bar got a lucky shot in.
Why did the fight start?
I'm going to give you 2 answers to that. Firstly, our context. If you go and read the short story that on Wattpad called A Fox Sings, it'll tell you how the fight started. But, in game, he was there to get food, and they denied it. They aggravated him, which gave me enough chance to take control.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I have had enough of this tunnel. Should we head out? I guess the only way that we can.
Did you grab the
And
totem?
maybe we got rid of that. That's gone.
It exploded.
That's in pieces.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Well, so this is what happened. So we were coming to get the totem. We were all prepared, had it in Mage Hand ready to go. And then Kit showed up here, and we got a little scared. We went invisible. It didn't really matter, apparently. Can you see me when I'm invisible, by the way, Kitsune?
I can see your auras, yes.
Every time something goes wrong with that spell. Anyway, so we weren't really sure about Kitsune's like whole deal, so we destroyed the totem to see how he'd react.
Oh, you might have thought he was bound by the
Yeah.
zone.
Well, just to see if he was angry or something. But
God, I have a feeling
thankfully,
that
he
Sam
was. Yeah,
is gonna say something about this.
Well, maybe Kai can just beat him up again.
Fair, she did win that fight.
Nice, that's 2 now.
And then later.
Oh, can I?
Yep, go ahead.
Sorry. Can I actually just swim back and see if I can find the pieces of the totem to bring as like proof?
Well, you've got your starry form up still, haven't you? So it's illuminating the tunnel. So yes, I would say you'd be able to go back and you'd be able to... Because some of it's floating at the top of the tunnel and some of it's like down at the bottom. So I would say you'd be able to very easily find some bits, enough of it to show that it is destroyed.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. I'll like gather those up and put them in a little bag.
So there is some residual magic. So although you don't hear that the 1,000 screams as you pick it up, you do feel extremely uneasy as you touch the pieces.
I'm gonna shuffle those into the bag as fast as I can so I don't have to touch them. Use the bag as like like when you're trying to catch like butterflies or something, but like not with like a stick, just like with 2 hands around the bag and like bringing the bag around in some water trying to catch the pieces.
I was thinking more like you're putting the bag over your hand like a glove and then like picking them up. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
True dog owner.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. So as you're doing that, Kitsune...
Totem poop.
Kitsune sort of like looks to you and then starts moving towards the cave entrance. He's like, I believe our meeting here is done.
Wait,
I would like to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
I'm not going to ask him to come on the boat. The papers are all soggy. I don't have
he
any
starts putting away the adoption form.
You said you'd been like conducting business for your own matters and whatnot. What exactly are you planning? Because considering we've only met 2 primordials, the last one kind of wanted to wreck everything, like I was saying.
Interesting. Mortals asking a demigod their business.
Just curious.
I intend to find my children. Although, if these dregs are anything to go by, I may not recognize them.
Right. Well, hey, maybe we'll run into each other again. And I hope it's just as amiable then as it is now.
Kitsune lowers his head slightly and like tilts it up towards you. And if it had a mouth, you'd feel like it would have some sort of wicked grin upon its face. Like, oh, I'm sure we will meet again.
All right.
And he turns and then swims off into the open ocean.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to regret letting that one go.
I'm going to
I
tell you.
already did.
I'm going to tell you now. I don't think you would have stopped him.
We killed the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a newly awakened primordial. This thing's been building its strength. I'm going to actually tell you now. So, ignore the picture for now. It had 3 tails. Just remember that.
Oh, for God's sake. It's about halfway done.
Halfway done.
It's half baked.
Um.
Well, Kitsune, in at least from what I know,
Mhm.
usually have 7 or 9.
Yep, 7 and 9, something around them. So yeah, as that
It's
thing
half strength.
as that thing gets more powerful, it'll grow more tails.
Wonderful.
So, leaving the tunnel and heading back to the village, I assume.
Yeah, let's get some fresh air, shall we?
I'm going to enjoy this conversation with Samson. So you emerge. It's getting into mid-afternoon. Well, afternoon time as you return to the village. Pretty much the way you'll sort of like be coming on over this way. Because you've come from like the shipwreck. And again, Samson, who you notice as he approaches you, Cordelia and Trill, he's got a black eye and you almost swear that he's missing a tooth.
Jeez, Kai, you really did a number on him.
He wanted it.
I didn't hear him complaining.
Remember, Kai, if you beat them unconscious, they can't consent. You have to think about this. Sorry, that was really dark.
It was, yeah. Kai's true intentions.
Jesus.
I point to my cheek. He did as good a number on me as I did to him. I just got the finishing blow. So, yeah, have that.
Have that.
I feel like we need to get Kai a t-shirt that just says "fuck around, find out."
Yeah.
You may test that assumption at your earliest convenience. So Samson approaches you, and he's got his arms. Although he's looking a bit wear out, he's got his arms welcoming you, like, my friends, you have returned. What can you tell me of the totem?
So
Um,
whole thing, Samson, whole thing.
Oh,
Cordelia?
So here's what happened, and then he just steps aside. Cordelia, explain.
Funny story. Take it away.
So Cordelia pulls out the bag and kind of just like empties it onto the ground without having to touch the pieces, and goes, "This thing did not give good vibes, but it's gone now."
He like walks over and like nudges a few pieces with his feet. And, like, very good. I assume you used your magic to destroy it.
I did. I'm sorry if that was not the way you intended it to go.
We were going to burn it in a fire. I suppose it is the same thing.
I mean, I could do that too, and I do like a little produce flame and be like, I could get rid of what's left.
So you know that bit of Avengers? Oh, which one is it? Infinity War, where they turn up in Wakanda and literally Chikala goes, "We do not do that here." That is literally what he's doing.
I would like to point out that Cordelia is probably still lit up unless it's been more than 10 minutes.
He'll be getting close to the end, but no, you would still be lit up. And he's like,
yeah, so she's just like glowing and now has a little flame in her head. She is everything these people hate.
She's not the Messiah. She's a very naughty girl. He's like, I will dispose of it. It is all right. Do not worry.
Oh, okay, I'll drop the produce flame and back up a few feet and drop styrofoam because I just realized
slowly reverse into the plant.
Just like yeah, that's all Cordelia's gonna say. I need to eat my food.
I'll go for it. I must say you were gone for longer than I expected, and we were worried when we saw the ship move. Was it some sort of collapse?
There were ghoulies?
Ghoulies?
Yeah.
Underwater creatures.
Like vampire things.
You don't know what vampires are.
Oh, did he not call them vampires when he
What
told
did
us
he-
to do it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he did mention it. Yeah, sorry. Samson sort of raises an eyebrow at you. He has no idea what that word even means.
Do we know what it is?
hmm.
That's just what they're called.
Literally all you. Kai does. Kai
Dampiers.
has heard of the tales of vampires from her youth. But the rest of you failed all your history checks previously, so you've heard Kitsune call them vampires, but you don't entirely know what that is.
They were these like nasty looking. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, Cordelia from the bushes is going to say.
The glowing bush.
They were. Yeah. They were these nasty looking things that seemed to want the totem, and they didn't like this, and just like gesture to how bright she is.
I'm just going to point out, Kai. You literally could lead in right now and go, I've heard of them.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I could, yeah. Well,
Rip.
vampires are...
Rip headphone users.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Spooky, scary things? I don't know what my notes on them.
If I
Sucking.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, what we discussed when you did your history check was you were aware of the tales of them, that they are little more than myths, and that they were driven into the sea hundreds of years ago.
I say that in so many Kai words.
Bitey people go sea, angry people chase them.
There we are.
Samson raises the eyebrow even higher up, and he's like, "Okay, but that they are dealt with, yes."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all four of them. They're dead ashes.
Interesting. Well, if there's nothing else, then I suppose the harm has been passed. We will make sure that the net is repaired so nobody else can enter into the cave.
Are we going to mention the other thing? We're not going to mention the other thing. Fair enough.
Roll me a performance.
Oh no.
You said it out loud, so literally.
The glowing fish.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Samson leans in like, what other thing?
The ship is the other thing. It's blocking the cave from one end now, so I don't know if the net is needed.
Roll me a deception, please.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Well, you're not lying, but he's just trying to pick up on anything else.
Okay, it doesn't really matter for whether it was persuasion or deception because it's both a +0.
I feel that the ship moving would go without saying. However, I feel there is more you need to tell me. You wouldn't keep something from your friend Samson, would you?
She's just took some big hits to the head. I heard that fight between you guys was real brutal. You must have just knocked her a bit silly. She just doesn't know what she's talking about.
Nope. Nope. Not good. Nope.
I have crossed blades with Kai. She is made of stronger stuff than that. Samson sort of like you see like his hand drops behind beside him, and you sort of see him make a gesture with his hand, and from behind him a number of the village warriors have taken up arms.
Oh my god.
I am no good in social situations. Wow.
Did you find something else down in that tunnel, my friends?
We found what's it called? The dock master, Anderson.
Roll me a deception, Kai.
That's not a deception.
Well, deception and performance, I'll let you choose.
Oh, they are both the same, so
It's not a matter of you lying, it's you trying to sell what you're trying to say to him. And he's like, okay, well, if that is all that you found down there, I hope you'll find rest for his body. He gestures with his hand again, and the warriors that were behind him just sort of start to disperse.
I do no more talking. Bye.
Well, I'm glad we could solve this totem problem for everybody. Hopefully we'll have no more problems with fish people turning up out of nowhere.
Well, if they want to test their mettle against us, they can come at any time, but usually we appreciate some warning. Let's just hope that creature that made the totem is long gone.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't figure anything out from that.
Is there nothing else you can tell us about the totem? Because I know we weren't able to get it for you, but yeah.
The beast known as Kitsune crafted those totems, strewn it about on the pits of its carnal pits. Some sort of sick display of power.
Those things aren't alive now, are they?
The totems?
The things that put them down, the Kitsune.
Kitsune ear.
Kitsune?
Kitsune ear.
Kitsune?
Yes.
Okay.
The big fox creature you just met in the tunnel. He's talking about the primordial Kitsune ear.
Okay, just to get this right, I'm looking at an idiot right now, but so those are two different things?
No.
Okay. How do you spell Kitsune? Is it like that?
No, that's Kitsune. Kitsune ear is a...
I'm sorry.
Kitsunir.
Yeah, Kitsune and
Okay.
Kitsune are both fox creatures that are weird.
I thought you meant the actual Kitsune, which is, yeah, a fox spirit.
As I mentioned last week, it is a cross that it's a melding of words between Kitsune and Fenrir.
Oh. It's pretty genius.
I believe I mentioned last week that he's also the primordial and creator of werewolves and wolves in general.
Okay, I don't remember that. I don't think I wrote that down.
I
I don't
might,
think I remember that either.
maybe I didn't
No,
mention it.
because no, I should not. That's not at the beginning of the session because last session we left off with just knowing that there were glowing eyes behind Trill.
I do remember stating his name though.
The name, like like I'm apparently deaf.
He's also mentioned it several times in the tunnel. That's why you were doing tests for it.
I know, I know. You said, but like when the ending, like I know you say Kitsune.
It does sound very similar.
But like I didn't know how you say Kitsune. For me, I say Kitsune because I've never heard an English person say it. Like I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It was my mistake.
I completely forgot what Samson was saying now.
He was going to tell us what
He had said
he
that
was saying.
the totems are a sick display of power is the last note I have written down for that.
Yeah.
Did you ask something after that, or was he still explaining that these are literally?
When he mentioned that, I thought you. I asked if they were still alive.
In what manner do you mean that?
So to completely bypass the fact that we just saw one, I want to know like if they believe that they're alive. So like do they exist? Do they actually exist anymore, or?
What Kitsune, the primordial that there is a singular of.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, yeah. That does it still exist? I mean, I guess we met Malmec, but maybe.
So
Feigning ignorance. I'm just gonna be like, does it exist? Was it destroyed?
I can't remember if you were here for this bit when No, actually, I reiterated the fact that the locals. I'm getting muddled up now.
I'm so sorry.
So you wouldn't have been there for when he mentioned it. I reiterated it to you, but obviously your character wouldn't know that.
It's fine. Maybe I can just. You can bypass my question if you want.
I'm just trying to think of a way to do it.
Okay.
Because prior to him seeing that totem, no, they would not know that Kitsune was still around. In their minds, their ancestors, as he stated it, stripped him of his flesh, which means destroyed his body, and buried him at sea.
So in their mind, he's completely destroyed in a sense.
Well, no, because if you think about how they trapped Malmec, they entombed him despite his body being decrepit. They knew he was still around, his spirit lingered.
Yeah, okay, so they sealed away, but they know that like technically they can't die kind of thing.
Or they do not have the power to destroy a primordial.
Okay. Okay. That's good enough. Don't worry. We can continue on.
Anybody else got anything else to ask, Samson?
I'm okay. I'm all good, I think.
I think I'm okay, yeah.
Yep.
So what would you guys like to do now?
I turn to Cordelia and ask, aren't you wanting to find some flowers or something around here?
Mm. Cordelia kind of pokes her head out of the bush. I'm assuming that by now the starry form has ended because it only lasted 10 minutes.
We'll say it has.
Okay, so now that she's not glowing, she pokes her head out of the bush, and asks Samson, I heard about a flower that only blooms at night. I'm really curious about what that is.
Ah, the lilies.
Yeah. What are those? I've never heard of that before.
They are
I
sacred
wouldn't
to my
mind seeing them.
They are sacred to my people. They glow in full bloom under the full moon. Or any moon, but it depends. It gets stronger as the moon is stronger. Our people use them for special remedies.
Oh. What kind of remedies?
Ones that heal curses and poison and undo the magic of evildoers. They can also be used to enter trances.
I'm just taking quick notes on that.
It's alright, I'm probably going to forget everything I just said, because I can't. These flowers had two names. Was it Moon?
It was like a moonlight lily or midnight lily or
Midnight Lotus, I
midnight
have
lotus.
written down.
Midnight.
Eye of the
Sorry, go ahead, Kai.
Eye of the Moon.
Eye of the Moon, yeah, thank you. Midnight Lilies, Eye of the Moon, yeah.
I had not heard that second name before. Writing that down now. Do you think it might be possible for me to have them just in case we have to come across something like that? Bad things seem to find us, and I would really appreciate it if we could have some help that you would approve of.
I super apologise for the next few minutes. He grits his teeth, and you can see him getting very angry at the mere mention of this. Like, they are our sacred plants. Outsiders are forbidden. You are not even worthy to look upon their.
I'm sorry, but that
Cordelia
black
is just
eye
gonna
kind
shrink.
of was.
I got two things there. I didn't actually hear either of them.
You go first, Cordelia.
Oh, Cordelia was just gonna shrink back into the bush.
And I said your black eye says otherwise.
He looks to you, Artemir, and he does that gesture with his hand again. And once again, the warriors are beginning to pick up their weapons. They're very
Listen, Jimmy, my feathers have been ruffled once today. You do not want to see that.
If you
Do not be so harsh upon our healer.
If you carry on, your feathers will be plucked this day.
Samson.
Yes, my friend.
We were just
That fucking two-faced bitch.
Go ahead, Kai.
we're just
Swear.
What about me? Have I earned the trust? Could I maybe get one? Just the one? I've took 2 years down already.
You are a formidable warrior. You all are. But you all use that filthy magic. You will never be accepted. Unless...
I mean, like, literally, Timmy is gonna be there, like, what magic? It's gonna be like that. It's fucking Vincent looking around, like, what, where? Like what magic?
There is a way, although I am begrudged to tell you.
I mean, we did bring you back that big gem, and we destroyed the totem for you, and we're trying real hard here, man.
My scouts report that the gem of Malmec is missing. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you? I don't know why he's devolved into Kitsune in his voice now.
Because he angry. Well, to be fair, Malmec did blow up.
His gem is indestructible by normal means. He would not simply disintegrate. However, there is another way as well. The lilies are given as wedding gifts.
Are we gonna get a bowl of our TV?
Oh, hell no. How about Kai and Samson right here? He's kissing her ass, even though he literally threatened to kill me and you.
If you bring me...
I will mention that was out of character.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
If you bring me...
And
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kai.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
If you bring me a Primordial's gem, we will exchange it for a lily. Or marry a member of this tribe. The choice is yours.
That's a really shallow reason to make one of you marry one of us.
I fear one of my warriors is taking a liking to you, feathered one.
I mean, how could they not? Look at my plumage.
Converse with you. I will leave the matter up to you. But I will leave you with this message. We will recover that gem, one way or another.
Well, it's been a great pleasure. What was your name, Samson? That's been fantastic. We gotta go. Maybe we'll see you real quick once we've decided on how best to solve this flower situation. But we're just gonna go for a little bit, talk about stuff, you know.
I can already see the light gleaming in Cordelia's eyes.
Yes, Cordelia's face has pushed out of the bush and is just like very interested in this marriage of Artemia and Bola idea.
So,
I mean, you can agree, Samson. Marriage is a big deal. You can't just decide it then and there, you know.
maybe in your culture, we're a little bit more free in our relationships. But anyway, I wish you all a good day. And he gives you like a courteous bow, but with like a little grin on his face. And he turns back to the warriors who are still sort of armed and in the background. And as he's walking towards them, you hear him say very loudly so you can all hear, "Assign more guards to the lilies."
That's kind of insulting. None of us here are thieves. Even though, you know, yeah. Our very first encounter, we stole a painting that was stolen.
Lost at sea. Oh no, you stole a painting that was stolen and then got lost at sea. Which may return in a future storyline at some point.
It's better, because
It's better.
That's mine!
that was It was my painting. I was very excited about it. Do we actually see where any gods may wander off in any direction when he says that?
No, they're just standing to attention currently. As attention as tribal warriors can. I would just like to point out that, as Sammy in the chat has pointed out, Samson has been raised and trained to kill Waken. So literally, his entire job is to kill people like you, and the only reason he isn't is because the Queen's told him not to.
Yeah, true, but Kai nearly took him out on her own.
Also, the queen hasn't said anything, so I feel like we'd have to literally hear it from herself that he'd come, because I know he'd be eager to.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if he did it without the queen's consent, like I would be like, you a bad witch hunter.
Yeah, but can you imagine that conversation? He like walks and goes, "I'm terribly sorry, but I killed the witches," and she's like, "Come over here," slaps him on the wrist, and like, "Bad Samson, bad, naughty." Go,
Naughty, like does the pointing finger.
you go sit in the corner and you think about what you did. Like, okay. So you guys are. What would you guys like to do new?
Head back across the lake, I guess.
Or just like a nice distance away from the village to chat.
Okay, I will bring.
Where's the...
Well, head like walking back towards the lake at least.
Sorry, Kai, were you going to say something there?
Have you got the map of the island?
I am just bringing it up if I remember which one it.
Oh.
That one there.
So we can have a nice stroll across like this way.
So down that way. Or I've put the little box.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of like ships of different sizes strewn across like the shore of the Salt Lake. None of them are seaworthy. Quite a lot of them are rotten and stuff like that. But heading down there, you could definitely get out of earshot of all the local elves.
So do we just find like a nice spot and have a sit down, maybe have a picnic, eat some rations, have a chat about stuff?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. So we'll find a nice spot and just chill for like maybe an hour.
Short rest.
Look, I don't know about you guys. The local seems to be tilting back away from being very accepting of us, and even though we seem to be doing good stuff.
They're bigots.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're being
Yeah.
so rude. Don't know what other Waken have done, but at least we're trying to be nice to them. We're not coming here and just attacking them. Except
Exactly.
for Kai, and yet they
Yeah.
seem to like that.
It's real weird.
Just because you're not the favourite one anymore.
I'm from an island. It's what we do,
So, how do you guys feel about this whole wedding idea? Trill's lying on his back, just like throwing a rock up in the air and catching it over and over again.
Out of context, would you like me to just give you a little bit of context as why they do not like Waken?
Because we bring bad stuff with us?
Yes, but it's also... How can I put it? So the gods made the Primordials, and the Primordials had the fight with the ancestors of these people. The Primordials at the same time gave turncoats, like people turning to their side, powers, making them Waken. So the Primordials are the ancient enemy, whereas the Waken are servants of the ancient enemy.
But then, like, would it kind of be like a weird Dovahkiin situation?
In what?
As in, like, I mean, in that case, there were some good ones. They recruited the humans and taught them how to killed the Primordials, but in this case, the Primordials recruited, I guess, humanoids that had gone to the dark side and taught them magic or made them magical in some sense.
Not necessarily. The Primordials on the side of the gods, the ones that wanted to stop the exile and his Primordials, didn't share their power, but they did have numbers on their side.
Okay.
So literally it was the elves and the satyr that you haven't met yet. They had the numbers, they had their own type of magic, and that's how they fought against the Primordials and the Waken. In the end, the gods stepped in, and that's how they all ended. But the descendants, which you're having to deal with now, still remember the Waken as the bad people, all the people that they had to fight against.
Okay.
My concern with them wanting to marry one of us is that they seem to hate us. Why would they want to join one of their tribes members with us? That doesn't make any sense. That seems very contradictory.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, you could just do it and then leave.
I know, I
the-
feel like, but that also makes me feel bad because it's like, I don't want to do the bad thing and, like, you know, I mean, it's not, I don't want to be the bad person and break it off, you know? I feel like weirdly they're putting me in a moral situation that if I did just leave, I look bad. But then, like, somehow they should look bad because they started it in the first place. Like, I don't know.
Another thought. I cast disguise self on myself and make me look like Bolo. I could just walk up and take some.
Oh my god. Yeah, just tell. You can, and if they ask, you can just say, he's picking them for me. Seeing as that's apparently
True.
everyone's business. I don't know how it
I
became
could
like
say
this.
that I'm using it as like a proposal gift for you,
Yeah.
and then just cut and run. Or, and then I
Cut
change
and
into
run.
Samson. I could change into Samson and just be like, I'm the big man on campus. I can take what I want, and then just take one and leave.
Remember to.
My other thought is that I only found out about these flowers because I had this idea. There was a thought that I had about a spell, but like I don't need to do the spell, and like if it's gonna cause us more problems, and I don't really know if it's worth it. And
You mean the
I mean,
golden
I've already
flower?
paid. Yeah.
I thought those were things that you could
It-
only get on Isle de Muerte.
No, that's something different.
No, that's part of the remedy for
Oh, the
the
remedy.
thing
Okay.
that the red men do to us.
Oh, yeah.
Which I do want to get some of those eventually, the elderflowers, but this flower would be for Kenneth to gild for me, and then I was going to use it for this spell that was going to bring like another little thing for us to work with, but like I don't need it. We don't know what's going on with this gem that they want from the Primordial, and like do we really want to have to marry Artemia off? Like Cordelia's basically just like rambling because she feels really awkward.
I mean, there's also the stone. Do we want to give the stone back? Have we
I
even
mean-
looked at the stone since we took it?
I think it's just
It's
on
in
the
my
ship,
birth.
isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's no
You have a
reason for me to
nest.
keep it. Well, don't go to my room.
You all share the same
I'm
room.
not going in your room. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like until we know what the stone does, if it does anything, I don't think we should just
We
be
really
handing
don't-
things off willy-nilly.
Don't need it. Like, I mean, I remember.
Didn't get any of that.
Who what
Oh
Trill
no.
said?
Oh, there she is.
I got Trill. You
Oh,
started
hi.
speaking and then it cut out.
Alright, I don't mind giving it back. Like, I just kind of took it because I guess I thought it was a magical bauble, but the right thing to do is to kind of give it back to the people of this island.
Kai, you're usually our moral compass. What do we do?
Wait,
Do
catch me
you
up.
not want to
Do
give
we-
it?
Go ahead,
Do
Kai.
we have the jet?
Are you asking that as a player or out of character?
Probably both, because Kai's dumb. I'm dumb. Both dumb.
Yes, Artemir picked up the gem,
Oh.
and you are not dumb, Tyne.
Well,
And yeah, we've got it. It's in Artemia's nest, I think. She said.
oh god, yeah. Oh wow. Well,
Oh, I've just had the most evil idea. Carry on.
oh dear. Well, we have it and they want it, then we give it. And then
It's
Cordelia gets the
rightfully
flower.
theirs.
Yeah.
Now that I know a bit more about this flower, I'm actually almost more interested in what they use it for than what I was originally going to use it for. Undoing
Just-
curses and poison and evil magic and all that.
Trances
stuff, like-
sounded cool.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes down to it, either you're going to get married or we're going to give away this rock.
Don't get married.
Or like I could just try and sneak in and steal a lit.
I mean,
Might I make a out of character suggestion? Or offer advice? I'm
don't
not
get married.
Well, I'm not going to influence on what you guys want to do. I'm just going to give you something to think about. So, these things glow in the moonlight. You could wait until night to see where they are.
Yeah.
Problem that we don't know where they are. I thought they were all around us.
You have no
Like
idea where they are. They're on the lake, but that's pretty much it. That's all you know.
You guys fancy some late night camping?
It's gonna be a sneaky mission now that he's ordered more guards, though.
Yeah. But hey, maybe this time when I go invisible it'll work.
Let me just check Samson's stat.
Unbeknownst to Trill, every creature has true sight.
Oh no, that's not Samson. No, you guys carry on.
That is something to point out. Like, if I remember rightly, Simon was kind of pulling his punches last week with Samson. You
Yeah,
didn't have all of his abilities, did you?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all very well and good going, yeah, Kai could beat him. Kai cannot beat him. No.
Yeah, but as far as Trill knows, you had a fight with him and you won. So, and if as far as Trill knows, if all four of them beat him up, he's dead.
Yeah. Have a little camp, get a fire going, wait until night time, and then see how the night goes.
Yeah. Do you just want one flower, Cordelia?
I mean, if I could get a few, that would be nice, so that I can try the spell and then maybe see if I can figure out what to do with it that they use it for. But I don't know if it's worth the trouble.
So out of context,
I think
oh,
regardless.
sorry, out of context, Samson, although he can track you really well, he can't see you invisible.
Okay. Okie doke. Well, I think either way we go at this is going to be some kind of bad outcome. Either we have to marry one of us off to someone in the tribe, which is a thing in itself. We have to give over this primordial stone, which we don't really know all about. It might be really useful for us to keep. Or we go and steal it. I think all of them have bad sides. And it's not like they
Or-
like us much already, anyway.
Or we could just leave.
We could just leave.
What is our
That's
next plan?
true.
Are we off this island? Are we done?
Do we really want to keep
I
that
think
stone
so.
though? What if it might bring something bad with us? We might be perpetuating that kind of stereotype of the awakened being with the primordials if we keep it.
After all the nice things we've
Hmm.
done,
We
it
deserve
doesn't
it.
seem like the mood will swing. What we could do is maybe have Kenneth take a look at it, see if he knows anything about it.
Well, he had looked at the purple one that we gave back, remember? And he said that he couldn't do anything with the amount of magic that was in it. And so when he found that chip that from the necklace, that was when he siphoned it out. But he didn't say anything about what he knew about it, just that it was too strong.
Hmm. Have we
As far as
presented the rock
being-
to Kenneth?
we gave like the big amethyst that we found to him oh no, we only gave him the chip. We didn't show him the big one, I don't think.
Yeah, if I,
Because if anyone would know about magical stones, it'd be him.
if I remember correctly, you concealed the amethyst from him. You did only show him the chip. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty.
Yeah.
And I think it's
I
right
think that's what
because,
happened.
especially after what happened with the small one, we definitely didn't want to give him the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Unlimited power.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to do here.
So you're not camping out until night.
It's up to you guys. We could camp, see how it looks. If it doesn't look like it's that god and we could get away with it, we may as well try. Even if I can't steal any of it, I can at least still try and get away unseen, so they don't know who it was. Although, after questioning them about it, they'll probably presume it was us.
We could do it like a paratrooper thing. Like I'll fly in soundlessly. I'll drop you invisible into the field, and then you can do like a signal for me to pick you up again.
We're on the lake though, so dropping him would make a splash.
No, not literally on the lake. Unless... No, on the shore, of course. But then again, Trill like dive bombing, not bombing. Sorry, like just diving, like very elegantly. You know, not making a little sploosh as he enters the water.
Yeah.
I mean-
How high up are you going to be when you drop me?
80 feet.
Why would I be that high?
Because you don't know.
I'll swoop down.
You're not used to things without wings.
I mean,
Right, so wouldn't
Trill
I be like higher?
Well, if you want to be.
I mean, not higher. Wouldn't I be lower?
Trill can swim. Just throw it
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I'm
I know,
great
that's
at it.
why I
It's like the
say
thing I
elegant.
do.
What
I say
time
we
of
at
day
least
is it,
camp for
Simon?
the evening and check it out.
What time of day is it?
It's getting on to mid-afternoon currently.
Okay.
We've got a long time. Is there anything else we're missing that we could be doing in the meantime, or?
Oh, we
We
should
could
go
always head
get our
back
money.
and let people know about Anderson. Oh yeah, money.
Well, we can go back to Andreas and tell him about Anderson. I guess the best thing we can tell him is that he's just down there drowned, maybe. But then also say that the shark people use that tunnel to get into the lake.
Yeah.
but that it's no longer a security issue.
Yeah, that seems good. We could update Andres about everything.
Do an update, get our money, maybe see if there's any shopping to be done, and then go camp.
Yeah,
Good
sounds
plan.
good.
Okay, guys, tell me what you're doing.
Off to town.
We're heading back to town.
Okay, so you are currently here. So it's going to be a trek either way, either down the bottom of the lake and through the jungle to town, or back up to where the crossing point is. Or you guys could swim across.
Do you guys?
You want to swim? Is that what you
Well,
want to
yeah.
do?
I mean, I'm always wanting to swim.
How hard would it be to lift up Kai?
For you,
Yes.
very hard. Because remember, you're wearing full armor as well.
I mean, yeah, but not like heavy armor or anything.
Scale mail.
Kai's not wearing any armor either.
Scale mail is quite heavy.
Oh.
Not
I
how
wanted to
cows
do
work.
like Trill and Cordelia could swim, and then I'd like have Kai, but like as we're like flying, like she could just have like her toes in the water, like
That is
like
that is what I pictured. But
yeah, just like making a little like splash.
I will let you try.
I
So
roll
try
to
and do
try and
me a strength check to lift her off the ground.
We believe in you.
Yeah, no, you can't get off the ground.
Oh,
You-
was this a nat 20 situation? Like I had to get a nat 20 to do it.
You'd have to get. The difficulty was 20. So you didn't have to get a nat 20. You had to get like 17 or higher.
Oh,
So you lift her off the ground for like a couple of inches for a few seconds, and then you have to drop her because it's just too exhausting for you.
I'm sorry,
Into the
Kai.
water I go.
I would like to point out that you have hollow bones as a bird.
I know they're not very strong.
It's not-
Wait, how am I wearing scale mail then? Am I just barely getting off the ground by myself? I mean, I'm a strong bird. That's why I'm a fighter. You know, didn't career path
I'm a
for
strong,
nothing.
independent bird.
Are you gonna pout? Are you gonna pout all the way to town now? Just
Can,
like kicking the sand.
can birds
What?
pout?
Can birds pout? Oh.
No, but maybe my feathers will just be a bit ruffled. I'll have like a really angry owl face, you know, like kind of my neck into my shoulders, kind of looking like hating life. Hold on, I got a picture for this.
Oh no. So you set off across the lake, and it takes you, with Kai not being a strong swimmer, takes you about half an hour, 45 minutes to cross the lake onto the other side, and you have appeared there, which is pretty much half a mile below the pitch.
Is there a path through the jungle that we can see where we are, or is this kind of like a wild area?
There is no path here. You could probably make your way through it, but it would be tough going.
Do you guys want to cut through the jungle, try our luck, or just want to head for the path?
I'm always up in the jungle.
Sure.
Yeah, let's make a day of it.
Yeah.
Let's go through the jungle.
would somebody in the chat who has a D8 roll it for me, please? If anybody's listening, if not, it's fine. I'll sort it out. Six. Okay. Could you roll... Sammy, if you're still there, could you roll me a D20 now, please? Thank you, Sammy. Okay. You make your way through the jungle, and it is wilderness. You have to like cut your way through vines and various other plants. It's very humid. It's pretty much the sun's slowly beginning to drop overhead, but it's still very warm. The wind is picked up, but it's not giving you any comfort. Cordelia, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, just me?
Yes, just you. Okay.
Is it Jeremy?
No. You stop as you spot at your feet a stone structure that has been toppled over. I want you to roll low so you tripped over it, but you rolled high.
Oh, like a little like an Inukshuk type thing, like a little stone pile, or?
It is a stone statue that has been toppled.
I will crouch down and look at it. What does it look like?
The stone has been out in the wilderness for a very long time, but is taken on the shape of Malmec. Everybody loves Malmec.
Wait, it's a stone thing of Malmec?
Yes, it is a stone effigy of Malmec, the dwarf. His arms are broken off, his nose is broken off, but you can make it out that it is Malmec because it's a dwarf-like figure, and there seem to be flames. He seems to be cloaked in flames, essentially.
I'm gonna grab Kai. Hey Kai, can you take a look at this and see if it's magic? I don't have that spell prepared today.
Yeah,
It's just a rock on the ground. Why would it be magic?
Well, look at it. It's Malmec. Anything to do with these primordial things must be magic. Everything we've touched to do with them has been magical and mean.
I do see a likeness, yeah.
It's a magic.
Play me in.
Sorry, Kai, what was that?
I'm looking for something that's not there. There it is. Magic awareness, blah blah blah. Location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover.
That isn't behind total cover. So the statue isn't magical. However, you do detect faint magic nearby.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not magic. That's a sign, though. If we'd like to take that we should return the gem to those people. But otherwise, there is some magic things over there.
Should we go take a look?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I will lead the way to the magic.
I'm gonna pick
Go
up the
jungle
Malmec,
trekking.
the little Malmec stone. I'm picking up the little statue.
So, Kai, you start your search around in the immediate area, and at the base of the statue where it's toppled over, there seems to be some soft dirt.
I'll start moving out the way.
Oh, wait. Do people usually just leave, like, magic things just buried with, like, no protection or anything? Shouldn't we... What if it's, like, got a trap on it or something? What if you lose your hand to, like, a bear trap?
I have another hand.
I can get a hook hand.
Don't you
I mean, I can
need
heal
hands
you,
for
but I
your
don't know
hands?
if I can regrow hands.
Man, you guys are such ninnies. Keep digging.
So
Oh.
as you dig, your hand strikes something. It's cloth, but there's something inside the cloth.
I pick it out, sort of hold the cloth covered thing,
So
start unwrapping.
unwrapping it, you find a book with a clasp on it, a gem at the center, which is a teardrop red like Malmec's.
No, it's a book. It's not a book we recognise, is it?
No, it's something new.
Boop.
Are you gonna open it up, Kai?
Does it have a
I
title
will-
on it?
Sorry, you all spoke at once there. I just need to. Kai, are you opening it up?
No, because I don't do books, so I'm going to hold it out to the book reader.
Cordelia, what did you say?
Oh, I wanted to know if there was a title on it.
No, there is just the gem that resembles Malmec's.
Hey, Trill,
Hey,
does this book look... I don't think it's the same one, but does it look similar to the one that you found in the mansion?
I grab hold of it off Kai, and I don't think it looks anything like, because the one we found in the mansion just had it had like a sigil on it or like a rune on it, didn't it? But not like a gem or anything.
It was also black leather. Sorry, I
Yeah.
should have said this is brown leather with metal, like embedded into it.
No,
Silver
it doesn't
metal.
look. It doesn't look similar at all. And I unclasp it and open it up.
So on the front page is the title: Manual of Gainful Exercise.
Oh. And is that in common, or what language is that in?
So unbeknownst to you, whoever holds it, it's in a different language that you can understand.
Oh. So I got it. I think it's some kind of like self-help book or something. And I start to flick through the pages to try and get like a general gist.
The book
It's like, sorry.
The book describes fitness, exercise, and its words are charged with magic. Hand the book to Kai, hand the book to Kai, hand the book to Kai.
Wait, do we need to teach Kai how to read?
Hand the book to Kai, hand the book to Kai, hand the book to Kai.
I just toss it back to it. Yeah, you found a magic fancy book.
I'll start like flicking through the pictures or anything. Like,
Kai. It at first forms into words, but then into pictures for you.
pictures! I understand these. This is amazing.
So, out of context, character. If you spend the next 48 hours over a period of 6 days, well, if you spend 48 hours over 6 days or so, studying the context of the book, your strength score increases by 2.
Ooh.
Really?
Once it is used, it cannot be used again for a century.
Oh. Wow. I'm gonna read me a book.
Trill, as you're
Hey,
next to
nice.
Kai, Do me a perception check.
Okie dokie. A 10.
That's good enough. You notice as she's flicking through, Kai skips back to the front where it says the name of the book. It states, narrated, written, and edited by one Malmec.
I guess Malmec liked making his minions strong.
Yeah, well, the villagers were saying the Primordials were making minions and stuff. Maybe this is how they made them a bit more useful. But once a century doesn't. Maybe it's only for the special chosen, or maybe just themselves. Maybe be careful with the book, Kai.
What?
What?
It's written by Malmec. Be careful with it.
Oh.
Too late. Are you gonna keep reading?
I will have to have a think on it.
To be honest, she has to spend a lot of time reading it as well.
Yeah, so read for a bit before going to bed or something.
So
But
you do?
sometimes. Shall we head back? Is there anything else in that hole?
No. Well, you know what? I'll say underneath where Kai is pulled up, there is a small sack of coins as well with 100 gold in.
Damn, jackpot.
Oh.
Are we splitting that up or?
Finders keepers.
Oh, of course.
All right,
Was that a
so
yes? Sorry.
we can split up once we get back to town and sit in an inn or something.
We're heading back.
Yep. I won't be mean. I won't force an encounter on you. So you make it through the jungle to this little strip of fresh water, essentially, over here. And where you are, you can see the lighthouse over here, and then Veritas to the north along the top end of the fresh water.
Oh, not far to go now. So when we get back, we're going to try and find Andreas, correct, first? Or are we going to get our money that Cordelia was mentioning? What would you like?
We should probably inform Andreas about Anderson's death. Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more important. I think we just keep heading towards.
So as you head up the freshwater lake, you reach the edge of the town. The way that you're approaching now, you're going into the local quarter, or what used to be the local quarter. So the buildings are a bit more tribal in appearance, much like Azamar, rather than the rest of Veritas. So it's like yuts or tents and stuff like that. Teepees, they're all teepees. Majority of the people in the old quarter are still elves, but there are a number of colonists that are living there now. They don't really pay you too much attention as you pass through. Are you heading straight for the dock and then to the McTavish area?
I guess so.
Well, when we last saw Andreas, we weren't allowed in the actual McTavish quarter, that square that they run.
That is true.
So maybe if we just get to the edge and ask one of the guards to maybe organize a meeting again like last time.
Okay.
We head where we last spoke to the guard.
Okay, which is essentially on the
I think that
docks.
would be best because he was like, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just had something up on my screen saying, "Do you want to allow access?" So as you do head towards that, you notice the cherry blossom. There's cracks of light or energy coming off from the deck.
Oh, Jesus.
What are they doing? Well, I guess we're going to look at this. We can't just ignore that, can we?
No.
Yeah, we should probably go see what that is.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My blooming computer's just popped up a load of windows for no reason. Sorry for anybody at home. You just had some screens of whiteness. So yeah, you're heading on to the cherry blossom.
Yeah.
On the deck there is Nathaniel sat on like a little wooden stool drinking a cup of tea. There is... That's pretty much it. Pretty much that's all that's on the deck currently, and he sort of like looks up to you like, good to see you back. As a arc of lightning comes out of Kenneth's open door and out onto the deck.
Ooh.
What the bloody hell's going on?
Oh, what's that then? Just a coconut smoothie.
Oh no!
What you got there?
Well, it's a cup of tea, lad. Have you never? I gave you a cup of tea. I'm sure you know what it looks like. But the skeleton found a new toy.
So.
Yes. I love tea, but
Yes.
what's the toy?
It's some sort of red crystal that looks like a teardrop.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, he went into my room.
Uh-oh.
I told you, him and magic rocks just not good.
He's having some fun with it. I thought I'd just leave him be. As another lightning bolt arcs out and like sears the deck.
No. Cordelia is very much considering casting the exact same thing and calling lightning. She's gonna go storm over and be like, "Put that down."
Are you telling to calm down?
She's telling him to put that down.
So as you walk closer and closer to the door, you feel static electricity, like your hair is standing up on end. The closer you get. The door's wide open. Inside, there are a number of scorch marks across the walls. One of the posters he had on his wall is actually on fire currently, but only it's like cindering. It's not like full blown fire. He's got it hooked up to a machine that's spinning it round, and then it's like very bright ruby light all over the room, and you just see the shadow of Kenneth with maniacal laughter going off like. Sorry, did you say something?
What are you doing?
I found something with a lot of energy. I'm using it to. I'm going to make something amazing with this. Just you wait and see.
Artemia's gonna stomp up behind Cordelia.
Yep.
Even more cold than when she got like her shivers down her spine. She'd be like, "Why did you go into my nest?"
What, the crow's nest?
Yes.
I didn't
Do you
know
think
it was
that was
yours.
like random stuff in it that wasn't yours?
Is it? Is the stuff up there yours?
Yes.
So the soul stone of a primordial is yours.
Well, are you saying it's yours?
No, I think the guy inside's a bit angry about not. Actually, that doesn't matter. I'm actually trying to use his power to make things. I can't speak.
Any idea if you had to caught the attention of some of the locals here?
But wait for it. Have you ever heard of a magical hand cannon?
A hand cannon?
Yes, it's like a gun but bigger.
So a regular cannon?
Among other things, I can make so many magical things with this. And you see him sort of like he's like grasping the air in like some sort of like evil scientist manner.
And what makes you think it's safe enough for you to do that?
As you say that, another arc of energy like streaks across the top of his room. Like, I admit, I'm having some resistance from this thing.
You are going to destroy the ship, and then we are going to be stuck here while the locals come and hunt us down because we have this thing that you are using.
Oh, not the locals. You know how I feel about them. Oh, all right.
And you
Oh.
stop
And you
it.
know how they feel about us.
So he flips a switch and it starts to spin down and the light dies down. Like, I'll find some other way of doing it.
Or how about just wait until we're off the island to try and do stuff like that?
Well, you just gave me the impression that you're going to take this to the locals.
No, it's coming back to me, my nest.
I'll give it some time to cool down. It's a bit hot right now.
I'm going to use Creator Destroy Water
Mm-hmm.
and dump some water on the hot gem.
It's gonna make steam.
It literally crackles with electricity and it turns to steam instantly. And then sparks fly all over the machines that he had hooked up, which starts a fire. And it's like, oh.
Ah. I'm gonna use. Oh, there's no. Okay, well, I have more shape water. I get one free use per day. I will use another create. Or wait, hang on. Does Druidcraft put out fires? Druidcraft can put out a small campfire. Can I just Druidcraft out the flames?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Because I was going to say, if you throw more water on an electrical fire, it might not end too well.
I will Druidcraft out the flames.
Okay. Currently, Kenneth is looking at his collection of machines that are now waterlogged, and he's like, oh, back to making them again, I suppose.
Trill has joined Nathaniel for a cup of tea, and he's just going to yell from the other side of the deck. Yeah, it sucks when he plays with Magic Rock, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
Kenneth hears that, and he like, all right. Touches the stone. There's Artemir and Cordelia, you see like a jump of purple lightning into his finger. He slowly walks up to the door and past you two, and up to Trill.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Give him the good old prank.
You know, I feel we got off on the wrong foot. Shake a hand? You didn't see him do this, by the way, Trill.
I'm going to put my hand on the machine that. Oh no, hang on. I'm going to put my hand on one of the other machines, not the one that he was using on it. And I will yell over at him before they shake hands, saying, "If you do anything to him, I will heat this metal and make it melt, and you will have to start all from scratch." And I can do that to your other machines too.
I feel like Nathaniel's pretty chill at the moment, considering.
He's currently not listening to you, Cordelia. He's still got his hands out to Trill.
God.
I am ready to cast heat metal on one of his machines.
I'm just saying that you have a strange habit of just taking magic rocks and doing whatever you want with them before you even disclose what you're doing with them.
I think they're right is to use stealing magic rocks and then doing whatever you want with them.
Don't you get on my
You're
shitless
quite
bird.
right, Antonio. I was just trying to be more.
You went into my room. You wouldn't like if I went into your room while you weren't there.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Like you?
wait.
You mean like my entire mansion?
He basically saved you from imprisonment, so was it even your mansion anymore? It was your prison.
You know, I haven't got time for this. He touches you on the forehead, Trill, and there's a static shock through your entire body. All your dreadlocks are now pointed out upwards.
Nice.
Like the hedgehog.
And then he walks over to you, at me, and does the same to you, and all your feathers just stick up. He's like,
No, I'm fucking flying away.
yeah. Oh no, he doesn't say. And right, next is that water lass.
I have my hand on the machine.
He walks back in and he's like, you know what? Hold person.
What do I have to save? What do I have to save?
I count a spell.
This is going crazy.
You can't spell it, you cast it again. I assure you,
what do
he
I have
has
to
more
save?
spell slots than you.
What do I have
yeah,
to
most
save?
likely.
What do I have to save?
I'm just looking. Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm good at that. Hang on. I do still have a -1 though, so I have to remember that. So 23 because -1.
Okay, you pass it.
I shake my head at him. I'm like, "Do you really want me to melt this thing?"
Do you really want me to paralyze and throw you overboard? I will.
I can breathe underwater.
Yeah, but you won't be in here wrecking my stuff.
Put the gem back where you found it.
I can't. Look at it, and it's literally sizzling currently.
Once it's cooled down, put the gem back where you found it.
That would
Don't
have.
go into the nest again.
Captain, am I allowed to go where I want on this ship? And you just have Nathan start sipping his tea like, I'm not stopping you from doing anything. I'm having far too much fun here, lad.
I can't believe my fucking gun sensei just betrayed me like that.
Which one?
Dude,
Me or him?
Nathaniel!
I don't
thought
know
we
about lass. I didn't go in your nest. Also, I love the ruffled look.
Oh.
You just see Buddy's head pop over the top of like the stairs and like, he took my room.
Oh my god. At this point, Nathaniel, if you're not careful, Kenneth has gonna become captain.
Let's not get crazy, lassie. He doesn't have an army.
Well, look at
He doesn't have
look
an
at
army
him.
of robots
Yeah.
yet.
yet.
If he keeps playing with this gem, he's going to destroy your ship, Nathaniel.
He's like, he sort of like looks at like the charred look on the deck, and he goes, "He's gonna have to do a wee bit more than that to stop the cherry blossom." But I take your meaning. All right, lads. Do as I say. As soon as it's cool enough, put it back in the nest. And Kenneth's like, "That was my intention. Once people get out of my goddamn room."
I don't want to hear your hypocritical cries.
He looks back to you, and his fingers just crackle with that purple lightning again.
You ain't gonna be near me if I'm in the sky.
Look, I am keeping my cool right now, but you just ruined a lot of very precious machines, which I needed,
all killed.
which I needed to make that golden flower that you wanted. Remember you asking that favor of me?
I might not take it anyways.
Cool. Now can you get out of
I
my
already
room?
paid you.
No, you gave me gold to transmute onto the flower. You didn't pay me anything.
That's fair. All right, Cordelia will lift her hand off of the machine that she was touching, but she's going to like do like, you know, in Avatar: Last Airbender when they're like doing like water tribe out and like doing like ICU eyes.
Sort of, yeah.
No.
No, I think.
Yeah. She's gonna do water tribe out and just like walk out while glaring and like pointing between her eyes and his eyes. Like,
As-
I'm watching you.
As he does, he jabs you with his finger and he like shocks you, so your hair stands up as well.
Cordelia is not happy.
We will end the session there. Because it is 10 o'clock.
Why are we being bullied by a man that gets bullied by a little girl hugging him?
I feel like you bullied him a little bit there.
We could go get Val, threaten him with Val if he doesn't
He's
let
like
the gem go.
ship, and you're saying we're bullying him? What if there are any locals around? Like, instantly we'd all just be killed, and him, he's not going to be safe because if the locals know how to trap a primordial, they know how to trap someone's spirit, regardless of them being dead or alive.
True,
I
but
mean, he was already trapped in a
yeah.
mansion, so it doesn't take as much, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much, does it?
I feel like he's beyond that concern, really. He's sort of like, I do what I want.
I think he's bullying us. I don't like it.
So any questions before we end? Or any questions from the chat before we call it a night?
I'm a bit
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Oakley dokley. Well, if we're all done here, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Yee.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.